you should be able to hear me. Welcome. Welcome to this quiz night. Week 3. Week 3 of Wonderwall. How are we all doing this fine evening in chat? Oh, thank you very much for the follow there, Ryan. Several numbers. Welcome. Pretty good day, even though your phone died. Oh, that's never good. The day is so much better now that it's quiz time. Yep, very much so. Oh, you got a cold. That's never fun. Getting a cold while it's all cold outside. That's yuck. Yuck. It's a good day for Quizzy, spend the day at home, so not having to balance it around with. Oh, okay. Why was that, Elias? Why did you spend the day at home? Was that for familial reasons, or for for whatever else? Time for the most important event for the week. I hope it's not that important, surely. I mean, it's nice that that people are definitely wanting to come back week after week for this thing. So yeah. Because of sick baby. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, it absolutely is important. Oh, thank you, Uncle. We do appreciate it, everyone, for you coming back every week. Even though this is only week 3. You haven't gotten tired of me yet. And thank you for the host there, Tipster. It's appreciated. Let's take the audio off of that and let's go to the game view and everyone should be able to see me. Hello. This is the leaderboard from the end of week 2. Welcome, Tipster. As you can see, Clive Legend still number 1 there with about a 400-point lead ahead of Catnip in position 2, and then there's quite a bit of a drop-off between Catnip and Tipster, something like, was that about 600 points, 600 XP, yeah, something like that. Then we've got BMN. BMN is 1,500 points there, about 300 or so behind Tipster there, and then DMM, not far off of BMN there. the two synonyms, DMM and BMN. I've got to be very careful how I pronounce those. I don't want to have to use NATO to distinguish between the two of you. Then we've got Bian Kamel in 6th, Boydie 7th, Jerry 8th, Royal Flush 9th, Lupine 10th. And then Rex, that didn't play last week, but played in week 1, 11th. I think the same with RJ Cards as well, 12th. Connor there, 13th. JP joined in last week, 14th. Asset 15th, Chaotic Observer 16th, DRMR Cool 17th, Daniel Peak 18th, Nata 19th, Cool Dude 20th. I would go through the rest, but I also need to catch up with chat as well. Think you need to play without Clive watching to snatch number 1. Yeah, you might need to do that. You're too cute for a timeout. Yeah. Delta Mike. We've got nice arch nemesis situation going there with BMN versus DMN. And then we've also got Clive and Catnip has got a rivalry there as well. Anyone else want any rivalries going for? Yes, you definitely get more experience actually sitting as a spectator than you do as a hot seat player. But as a hot seat player, you get the privilege of them being entered into the big leaderboards that aren't controlled here. So, different leaderboards, and you get different points, but yeah. Oh, welcome, Legend of Kirby Chew. You're better than last week. That's at least something. Welcome, Toshi. Welcome. Alright, let's get this first lobby going, shall we? And there we go. There is your first lobby for this evening. Probably should be a man, but it's I've kind of simplified it anyway. It's just the 10 XP for getting a question right, and then that's it. Whereas everyone else is a spectator. It's 10 questions, 10 points for getting a question right. Then it's plus, I think, 7 if you plus 7 extra if you get it earlier than the hot seat player, and minus 2 if you get it slower than the hot seat player. Oh yes, thank you very much, Connor, for the logo on the home screen. I forgot to apply it to this screen though, didn't I? I am so sorry. When it comes around the next time, I'll leave it on a bit longer so you can actually see it for a bit longer. But thank you very much, Connor, for that, for sourcing the fonts and getting that going. Thank you. At one point, I will also display the actual the credits that I've added as well, so that everyone can actually see what's been going on. I could also bring up the changelog. Actually, let's just do that a little bit. Let's bring up the changelog a little bit. One moment. Try that one. There we go. So, just a few things that have been added. This one is just been my kind of maintenance of stuff. Doesn't actually make any difference for you. It just makes it easier in the long run for me to make other Twitch-enabled games much quicker. Hello, Toshi. Welcome. No, it will not catnip. Still haven't added that extra feature, so all the hot seat players have been reset, as it were, for this episode. We fixed about the first wrong answer bug that was originally picked up by Cool Dude, and it got picked up again last week. Yeah, it was just a case of you couldn't get the first question wrong at all. Even as a spectator, you couldn't get the first question wrong. So there was that. Oh yeah, we've added the correct and wrong sounds and the 15-second timer sound in as well, thanks to Connor. And the chat bot will also remind you in 15-second intervals of the last minute as well, just to give you even more assurance that you should be bailing. You should be bailing. Expert category exclusion is now active. So, I should have checked that actually. Hang on. I really should have checked that before I actually went into the lobby. Let's see this quickly. You get to see behind the scenes a little. Next run setup. Okay, expert is an excluded category. So, experts are out currently. That's good. That is good. Okay. Question author exclusion is now active as well. So, for example, if Catnip were to be playing the next round, she will not be getting any of her questions as being the hot seat player. So, for all those that have also submitted questions, thank you for that. Clive and Tipster are new people to be adding questions. Thank you very much. If you play as the hot seat player, you will not get your questions. You will get nothing but other people's questions. So you will actually, you'll actually get a full experience. You won't be cheated of it by just having to answer your own questions. Then, what do you say that? Will it refresh all questions for all players afterwards? Yes. Currently, it's very dumbly implemented. So, if for some reason a selection of questions isn't sufficient for a hot seat player for whatever reason, then it does reset the entire job lot, which is a bit heavy-handed, I guess. I'm hoping, given the number of people that have submitted questions and the number of questions that they've each individually submitted as well, that we won't run into that, at the very least this week and maybe even next week. But I say next week, it would actually be in a fortnight's time. But more on that later. So yeah, I don't think we'll run into that, but it's a good point. I could extend it further so it is a bit cleverer at picking the questions to re-include. After that, oh yes, this is a good suggestion. Questions that get passed in the round by the hot seat player will be answered by the bot at the end of the round. so you'll get to know what those answers are rather than having to guess what they are. Credits. So I've added a credit screen. I'll show that a bit off later. I've added swear filter to the room code, so hopefully none of you are going to get timed out by a bot for putting in a room code that I'm asking you, which is sweary. Added in the Wonderwall logo in style of winning lines. Thanks to Connor for that. And I've also added some emoji/emotes to some of the bot messages to make them a bit clearer as well. So that's it. That's all the changes that have made it into this build since last week. Let me catch up in the other chat as well. I just kind of jumped in on bits as people said big things, so let's have a look. The hype seat. Well, that's not actually a bad idea to call it the hype seat, maybe. That was that one, yep. You want RNG bless for your questions? Yep. Yep. Oh, but expert. Yeah, well, we'll switch the expert one on some other time whenever that becomes necessary. At the moment, I don't want to have to use the expert questions if I have to, because they're a bit cruel, to be honest. Oh, wait, hang on. Is Twitch doing transcoding options? Oh, nice. Oh, thank you, Twitch, for doing transcoding options. Holy shit. Yay, I made it into the pool of those that aren't affiliate and can actually get freaking transcode options. Get in. Clearly, no one else is streaming at the moment and their servers are running idle. So, yes, for those that have a less than favourable internet connection, click on the cog down below and select a lower quality transcode, and you'll be able to run it a bit better then, hopefully, rather than, I'm guessing, in bits and spats at the demanding 1080p I'm trying to ask of you. Okay, that's enough of that. We've got 7 in the list that want to play this time round. Oh, welcome, Ace Arcade, you're a new member, and Ryan, you are a new member as well. Welcome. Let's see who gets picked for the first round. Oh, welcome, JP, welcome. Ace, new member, it's your round. Good luck. Okay. Here's your inspection time. I'll go into the full screen mode as well for you. And good luck. Which boy band included members Chris Kirkpatrick, Joey Fatone, Lance Bass, and JC Chasey? NSYNC is correct. What material does Earthbound character Jeff need in order to craft his ultimate weapon? He's going to pass that one. What term is used for a word consisting of multiple words combined with letters replaced by apostrophes? Contraction is correct. What was the name of the Cowardly Dog in 1999 to 2002 animated series? Courage is correct. Wrigley's, now known for selling chewing gum, originally produced what product? Tobacco is incorrect, it was soap. When referring to a type of music, what does the B in R&B stand for? Blues is correct. What was the name of Valve's first video game? You've had 1 minute so far. You've got 1 strike, you've had 1 pass, and you've still got both your pit stops. Half-Life is correct. What mineral has the highest number on the Mohs hardness scale? Diamond is correct. What cereal or grain is traditionally thrown at weddings? Rice is correct. How is the double act of David Peacock and Charles Hodges better known? You're going to pit on that one. It's your first pit. You use about half your time. How is the double act of David Peacock and Charles Hodges better known? And you're back in play. Try again with the space. There you go. Which code features a series of dots and dashes? For all of my Catane audience, I'm sorry. Morse is correct. Marie Curie discovered two elements, polonium and which other? Uranium was incorrect. The correct answer was radium. What dog is partnered with Finn as a lead in the show Adventure Time? You got 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Bailout is active. You still have one pass and you still have one pit stop. Jake is correct. What kind of animal is the mascot for Fruit Loops cereal? Toucan is correct. What's the capital of Lithuania? You're gonna bail on that. You could have passed it, but you bailed instead, and you leave with $60,000. And we should have the answer to that past question. What material does Earthbound character Jeff need in order to craft his ultimate weapon? It was a broken antenna. Cool. But 11 out of that was a pretty good run, especially for a new player as well. Well done. How dare you pass my question? Can't find a way to whisper the bot? Really, Grunkle? Like, even if you click on the bot's name in the chat and then ask to whisper, or if you do /whisper and Quizbot3000 and a message, you can't whisper. I know Tipster's had in the past where he's whispered a lot and gotten blocked for whispering a lot, but... oh, the Lithuanian question. That's a... dang it. That was a bail. That wasn't a pass, though. That needs to be added to the list of questions to be regurgitated at the end. Yeah. Yes, catnip indeed. Oh well. Let's go to this one. Let's cover what we got. Clive of Legend, number 1 there, 157. Elias is joining in the games now, 150. Catnip, 119. Tipster, 115. BMN, 111. Ace, 110. Connor, 104. JP, 58. And Kirby Tune, number 44. And where does that put... Does he put Ace Arcade there? Ace Arcade there is 9th place with that performance. Asset's still the number 1 runner, and really he should have gotten $1 million on that run because there are a couple of bugs that got in his way. But it's still not yet gotten the million. And if we go to the main leaderboard, we see Clive Legend has broken the 3,000 barrier. Then we've got Catnip, and then Tipster, BMN, Names are all pretty much in the same order. Connor in 12th place, JP 13th, and then Elias there 34th, Ace Arcade 35th. Probably on this screen I should highlight the people that have played in the game so I could actually find them a bit quicker. That might be a good idea as well to add to the list of things to do. Anyway, we'll do that. Look at the logo! Thank you, Connor, for this. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah, exactly, Tipster. That would be perfect as well to have a little arrow up or arrow down to see if they've changed positions as well. That would be a really good idea. So I might have to make that leaderboard possibly split in places as well, depending on if people, have entered in at something like 43rd place, because that currently only displays the top 40. So, but yes, that would be a wise decision, wise thing to add on to highlight the people that played the recent game. Okay, let's move on to a new round. Also, what are people's opinions on the emoji that I've added to the bot messages? It was a very quick change. It was just adding them to the strings. Oh, desktop app Twitch. Who the hell uses that? Cool. Yeah. That's what I wanted them to do, is just sort of make the messages pop out a bit and make them easier to see. So, like, strike messages were very clearly strike messages, time messages were very clearly time messages, etc. That was my reasoning behind adding them. There are just enough good symbols out there in the standard Unicode emoji list to make it doable. Let me just check any other messages I didn't see. Elliot's got blocked on some whispers to the bot, yeah. It's unfortunate I can't do much about that. It's just, that's the way it goes, unfortunately, with the bot and chat messages or whisper messages in general. You like the untied hair? Oh, thank you. It just got washed earlier, and I'm just letting it drip dry. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's lovely. That's what it is. I'm not worth it, but. Yes, catnip. Well, initially I would normally, when I'd have shorter hair, I would wash in the morning and then just hair dry it. But as the hair got longer, when I did that, the hair just got way out of control. It's far easier to manage if I just wash it in the evening, let it drip dry, and then just sleep it, and it's fine. It just works. Very few complaints, very few knots in the hair. It's just nice. JP hasn't used a hairdryer for about 26 years. I'll probably be going that way. If this hair continues to be this long, then I'll probably continue to be like that and just not use the hairdryer at all, or have to find a hairdryer with a diffuser attachment or something like that if I absolutely have to have the hair dried. Well, my hair's not stupidly long yet. It's not as long as it was when I was in by the end of the first year at university. That was long. This is longish, but it's not that long yet. With a diffuser attachment, yes, I did say that. Welcome, Royal Flush, welcome. Yes, I kind of know my shit in that realm. I don't know why I know that particular term, but I do. It's the TV marketing, it's what it is, it's probably that. Hello there, Score Count. How you doing? Welcome, Daz. I see your name's appeared on the list as well. Welcome, Daz. It's all that happens with JML. Since when did JML do bloody hairdryers? Thank you for the follow there, Score Count. No worries, Score Count. No worries. If you want to play along, you're more than welcome to whisper to the bot. You don't have to say much. You can just lurk around if you want. That's not a problem. JML know no bounds. Yes, but do they know flex tape and flex seal? They will do, won't they? Give them time, they'll have their version of flex tape. Oh, they definitely know when it's Christmas time. That's when they really shill stuff. Oh, I now have a baby panda watching and playing along. Cool. The legend of JML is only just beginning. Isn't flex tape off-brand duct tape? I don't know if it's off-brand. It's certainly not duct tape, because they don't want to be lumped in with that same adhesive. That's fair enough, score count. I'm kind of similar in that vein, in that I absolutely love quiz shows, but I don't have a massive quiz knowledge to answer questions about. So I can enjoy a good quiz show, and I can watch it. Can't answer many of the questions though. That was a slight there, BMN. Well, because the bot will actually know if he was answering the questions or not, depending on if he got experience. So he would know in a kind of roundabout way. It's just be saying 42 over and over and over. It will just give you, what, token 1 XP for every answer that's 42 or something. Welcome, Walex. You're going to have to tell me how the hell to pronounce that, because I'm going to keep saying Walex or Walix or something stupid like that until I do know how it's supposed to be pronounced. Oh yes, Half-Life 3 was definitely confirmed last round, yes. Definitely. Yes, let's get this round underway. Good luck, everybody. Connor, you are the next contestant up. Good luck. If you're ready, let's begin. Ho Chi Minh City used to be known by what name? Yeah, bot might be a good idea, Royal. Hanoi was incorrect, it's Saigon. What was the first woman to win the Academy Award for Best Director with her 2009 film The Hurt Locker? You're going to pass that one. On what day of the week did Friday the 13th fall on in September 1968? Hopefully the board is up there. You're going to pass that one. Which program in the Microsoft Office suite is designed to work with spreadsheets? Excel is correct. Meringue in its simplest form is composed of sugar and what other ingredient? Use about half of your time. You've used both your passes. You still have both your pit stops. You're going to pit them. Meringue, in its simplest form, is composed of sugar and what other ingredient? Still got plenty of time. You're back in play. Egg whites is correct. The 1992 song It's My Life, containing the line It's My Life, My Worries, was a hit by which artist? Got a minute and a half remaining. Still have one pit. You can still get an answer wrong and continue on. It was Dr. Alban. Mary Ann Evans is the real name of which author whose novels include Silas Marner and Middlemarch? Bailout is now active. You still have one pit stop remaining and you still have about a minute left. Elliot is correct. Who wrote the poem The Owl and the Pussycat? "45 seconds remaining." Someone gave a bad number, apparently. You're gonna pit with about 30 seconds remaining. Who wrote the poem The Owl and the Pussycat? When we come back in play, you'll have about 30 seconds left. You're back in play. Leah is correct. Monkey Wrench was a hit song for which rock band? 20 seconds remaining. 15 seconds remaining. Foo Fighters is correct. What three-letter acronym is used when a referee declares a contender unable to physically continue, often seen in boxing? And you bailed out there with 3.68 seconds remaining. You got 5 out of 20. You were in $15,000. And there was a bug there I noticed as well. And here are the past questions. Who was the first woman to win the Academy Award for Best Director with the 2009 film The Hurt Locker? It was Bigelow? Bigelow? Possibly? And the other question, on what day of the week did Friday the 13th fall in September? It was indeed Friday. There was a bug there in that the countdown sound stopped playing. So I'm going to have to fix that. Big Elo. So yeah, I need to fix that one. Then he's adding to the list. Let's see how we did this round. Catnip, number 1, 105, just barely, 1 point ahead of Clive, 104. Then Elias, 97, Tipster, 96, Royal Flush, 82, BMN, 60, Ace Arcade, 59, same as BN Carmel, 59, Grunkle, 52, tied with JP, 52, Connor, 50, Daz, 37, Walex, 30, Kirby 222, Nightbot participated apparently, and so did Score Count. I don't know what messages they sent because I don't see the bot messages. And that was not... Connor M27, you did better last time, I believe. Yeah, you did better last time, so you didn't improve your position on the best wins leaderboard. It was a kind of difficult round, that one, especially with some of the... I think Leo may have been typoed. I think it's supposed to be L-E-A-R maybe rather than L-E-E-R, but anyway. When we look at the XP table, Clive still number 1, 3,107. Then we've got Catnip, number 2, Tipster number 3, Bimmen number 4, Bimmen Kamel number 6, Royal Flush number 8, Connor number 11, JP 13. Then we need to look for Kirby Shoe number 24, Elias number 30, Daz number 31, Ace Arcade number 35, and that's all I can see. Let's start off a new lobby. And I'll just check in with what everyone's been saying. Bigelow, bungalow. Let's put that one on as well. Used to be married to James Cameron. Huh. He got to the world circuit in Punch-Out Wii. Did he really, Curvature? Cool. Catnip. The idea for that, I'm guessing, what I'll probably do is I'll run that test next week. Or next time Wonderwall comes out, which actually be in 2 weeks' time. I do want to run the test of just answering with the answer number, just to see what the opinion's going to be like, and how it actually plays in actual playtesting. So, because I still want to be, in my opinion, it should be number and the answer text, but I know that other people disagree with that. That's fair enough, and I'm willing to give it a test run of it being just answer number, just to see how it flows. Because obviously, just the answer number alone would be enough information to know you got the correct answer from what was on the board and what you saw on stream. So it's fair enough. It's not quite a 100% recreation of the original game show call out, but that's fair enough. So yeah, next time this comes out, I'll run that as a trial, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, thank you, Elias, for if you want to do some testing off stream. I mean, what I'll end up doing is I'll just have it on a toggleable setting to say whether it accepts it via full text like it's currently doing, or whether it's just a number. So if people wanted to have this and they stream it themselves, they can choose to have it be simple answer or long answer. So it would be a very easy thing to do. Yes, it would be a very, very easy thing to do. But I don't want to go and tweak with the code while we've got an audience running at the moment, eh? Yes, it does, Daz. Yes, it only counts the best runs from players on the leaderboard. So if you didn't do any better, then it still maintains your best performance so far. BN Kamel, it's a good question. That I believe it will not allow it, because what it will try and do is it will try and associate what answer you give with a given question. So it will go, I answered this. Okay, so this is the answer for this question that was up, or it was for the question that was previously up, and it will try and only give only log one answer that you give for any given question. So if you've given an answer for a question, then giving a second one, I think, will just be discounted completely. It'll just get thrown out. So it should, in theory, prevent you from going crazy spamming all of the possible answers. I mean, the whisper limit will do that for me anyway. It won't allow you to send so many whispers in one go, but yeah, it should discount if you answer incorrectly first, then answer correctly for the same question. In theory, at least. JP says +1 for using just a number. Yeah, it's kind of a divided opinion on that, whether it's whether to go with it or not. I mean, it's one of those things. It's either a lot of this is speculation as well. We don't actually know until we actually try it out to see if it's actually going to be worthwhile doing or not. I imagine possibly if just from a technical point, if we did just make it just a number, then it might make it more likely to get timed out on the whisper, because you're possibly being able to answer more frequently, but that's only a theoretical. So, anyway. That will be for next time to test that one out. Dylan says hi. Hi, Dylan. Let me pop into directors. Oh yes, by the way, if any other people want to write any questions, feel free to DM me on Discord or on... Well, actually Discord is probably the most preferable. DM me on there. And yeah, I'll try and get you an account set up so you can write some questions for us. I've also opened up a new collection for those question authors out there. I've opened up a new collection to prepare for the next set of possible quizzes. I've opened up a multiple choice collection, so for things like the chase main rounds, and for like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or 1 versus 100, that kind of stuff, we'll need multiple choice questions. They're actually properly multiple choice. So that's there now. So if you want to start writing questions for that as well, be my guest. I would love for that to happen. Yes, BMN, that is actually a fairly valid point as well, about the whole trying to democratize the entire process so that it's super easy for everyone to play, but then it actually distills a lot of the possible fun from the game as well. So I know those feels, BMN. I know those feels from seeing it from my own perspective, when it started from, oh, it's very dumb, it only accepts very basic commands, to, oh my god, it does all of this crazy shit. This isn't what I remember Twitch plays being at all. Anyway. If you get selected, gentlemen, you can type in either. It's entirely up to you. There's a disadvantage to typing in Whisper, in that if you type too fast, then you'll probably get blocked by Twitch, in which case then you'll have to revert to the public chat. I know some people play in public chat just because it's easier for them on like mobile or something like that to do so. Yeah, if other people want to add little bits and bobs potentially to the logo and that, be my guest. Again, in the Discord, Connor has linked to what he's been able to work on, and the source logo that's used as well. It's not quite the same because the little tittles, the tittles on the eyes are bigger in this font and they're not joined up in the same way. I'm guessing that they must have tweaked the font slightly or something, but it like the W's and the L's and N's and S's, they all look exactly the same as that font. So it seems to be very similar to that font. What's on for next week? I'll talk about that in the next lobby. CB... Oh, Connor. Clive. Sorry, not Connor. Clive, even. Has the most expert questions. Marks at 17. Oh, right. Good on you, Clive. Yeah, the answer parser on here is lenient at least. So you only need to get it about half right on the text for it to accept it. I didn't want it to be super cruel on that. mainly just because I wanted to exclude issues like not including definite and indefinite articles on the answer text and things like that. Spy Party 1, I think, is probably an expert question, yes. It's a rather specific question that if you didn't play Spy Party, you wouldn't know the answer at all. You couldn't even guess the answer if you wanted to. Right. Let us move on, and we'll pick the next player. Elga Murloc What? Yeah, words. That's a long name. Good luck. Elgamer Loca Colive. Oh, I'm a good presenter, me. In what country were the Winter Olympics first held? I hope this message box is going to go away at some point. Because it shouldn't stay up all this time. Oh, let's just hope we haven't crashed the bot. Do let me know if you're trying to answer Elgamer and it's not going through. He just keeps saying Jesus, apparently. Anything going on? Or am I going to have to abandon this game? Let me just, while the game is playing, I'll quickly look at the log file. Because I can do that. Did we get an exception? No, there are no exceptions. So it's not crashed out for some reason, but the message bubble has stopped for some reason. Let's look at what Elgame is trying to say. No, Elgame is just not saying anything. Interestingly. I'm not getting any messages from Elgamer currently, so I'm just going to have to abandon the game. I don't know. I was just looking at the output log because this was a bit of a wise point I did. It wasn't even on the list of things I did. I had it logging out the chat messages that I receive. So I'm glad I did that because I could actually see if he was actually sending any messages through or not, and he wasn't. So the fact that he didn't answer for like 2 minutes, I was just going to abandon it. He did say Jesus, but that was it. Could have done, but so we can see everyone that answered that question correctly, and everyone that didn't answer that question correctly. So well done, Clive, GoGo BMN, Elias, Grunkle, Catnip, Tipster, Ace, Gentleman, JP, and Connor for getting that question correctly. Royal Flush, Bianca Mel, Score Count Walex, and Kirby Chew, you did not answer correctly or submitted something else entirely. Congratulations. So the question was about the first Winter Olympics, was it? Was that France then, by any chance? I think that was possibly in the original question set that I wrote. It was France. Good. My knowledge is slowly picking up. What is it I'm drinking? It is a combination of sparkling water and orange juice. That is what I'm drinking. I'm just going to top it up a bit. It's certainly about Jesus. And Elios, by the way, I don't know if you've been noticing, I don't know if the messages come up on your chat as well as being a video editor. I've been adding markers to the stream as I've been going along because I found out how to do that. So when it comes to highlighting individual runs, you should be able to find the markers and jump straight to them. Something like that, anyway. Alright, let's start a new lobby up. Apologies everyone else that wants to join in on that lobby. But it did seem to just kind of fail completely, for whatever reason. From the looks of things, if I potentially add the bot as an editor, I can have the bot also log the stream marks as well. Because in theory, you should be able to add markers the same way I'm doing so. So if I add the bot as a editor, then I could actually have the bot mark the stream up automatically and I don't have to worry about it. Which would be crazy. So I could be able to mark the beginning and end of the run perfectly. Oh, it's almost a quiz, this room code. It's almost a quiz. It's almost a quit also, yes. Oh shoot! That's not on the freaking banned list of room codes! Of course it isn't! Oh god, that needs to be on the freaking list of banned words for a room code. And possibly help as well wants to be on the banned list as well. And rank, yes, lots of 4-letter words. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Bail, well, that's in-game, doesn't count. That's an in-game command, doesn't count. Okay, yes, as I was going to mention, which Catnip talked about, next week's stream. So, next week, I have it scheduled as a night in with underscore. Now, that is going to be this game show. It's going to be this. Only Connect is what I want to run next week. So, for everyone that wants to play Only Connect, what I'm hoping to do is do for the entire night, I want to do 3 entire games, and if I can get 4 teams of preferably 3 per team, so that'll be 12 people in total. Then I could do basically a mini tournament style thing. So we're going to have Team A versus Team B, Team C versus Team D, and then the winners of those 2 matches play in the final. So if we can get something like 12 people, yeah, mini knockout tournament kind of thing. We can get 12 people to play, then that would be great. If we can get more people to join, then we can have slightly bigger teams or what have you. I don't want to run too many more than 3 games in the entire stream though, because I anticipate that will take up about 2 hours in total, given that a regular broadcast is 27 minutes for a regular game, so it'd be an hour and a half if it was just a slick regular broadcast thing. It's going to be longer because Twitch. So that's what I want to run. Won't be in this style of Twitch interactive stuff. It'll be everyone joins in on a Discord voice chat kind of situation. I'll still be presenting, hopefully, presenting visuals on stream, a la Only Connect style, and hopefully have some of the original score music as well. So yeah, that's what I want to run next week, is a slight mini tournament kind of thing, Only Connect. And if we don't get enough people, if we get enough for maybe 3 teams, then we can do like a round robin style tournament instead. And if there's just 2 teams, then we just play with 2 teams best of 3 instead. So it works out quite well, depending on how many people want to join. The questions are going to be quite like they are in O Collect, yes. I don't know if they're going to be super difficult. I mean, you might want to make the finals harder than the semis, but that's what he said. But yeah, that's my plan. Who's going to create the questions? Now, if Elias doesn't want to play in a team, then I'll gladly accept his help in some of the question writing. I was going to write quite a few of the questions anyway, or at least hope to. And then for the walls, I might just source those online because there's plenty of walls out there, and I'm certain that not everyone has played every single wall, so hopefully some of those are going to be good to use. Missing Vowels round is super easy to design for. Would it be okay to make a wall for the match that I would not be involved in? I suppose we could potentially arrange that, yes. For those that want to, if they really want to design a wall, then yes. We can try and schedule that out. As for who goes on what team, I'll leave that to your devices, chat. It's up to you to decide who you want to team up with for the time being. But when it comes to the night, if there are people that aren't teamed up properly yet, then we'll just allocate you to a team as necessary, and you'll just have to take what you're given. Gentlemen, at the moment I'm going through a bit of a Catane hiatus. That's why I'm doing these other things. I'm just sick and tired of Catane at the moment. But it's not so much I'm sick and tired of Catane. I'm sick and tired of the situation that Catane modding is in at the moment. That's what it is. It just doesn't enthuse me. It's just it doesn't interest me. It really doesn't. And I've been away from that server now for well over a month now, and I've not missed it. I really haven't missed it at all. I'll see about messaging. I'll see about tweeting that info out as well at some point to see if other people will be interested on the Bothers Bar site as well to join in on playing some Only Connect stuff. Right, let's start the new round off, and let's hope we get further than saying Jesus. Let me turn that guy off and let's hit the start button. Clive, it's time to redeem yourself from last week's failure. Have a good luck. And if you're ready, Clive, here we go. Which first-gen Pokemon game was an original US release, but a remake release in Japan? It was Blue. Which Dido song was sampled in Eminem's Stan? I'm going to pass that one. GeForce and Radeon are two of the leading brands of which computer component? Graphics cards is correct. Which scientist created the periodic table of elements? Mendeleev is correct. In which country is the Great Wall? China is correct. What nickname is given to Russell Crowe's character Maximus in the 2000 Ridley Scott epic Gladiator? You're going to pass that one as well. No more passes left. What name is shared by Toy Story's dinosaur toy, Ronald Reagan's dog, and a breed of rabbit? Rex is correct. Which actor has most recently portrayed James Bond, starring as the spy in Spectre? Craig is correct. What artist originally performed the song Africa? Toto is correct. Stephen King published The Running Man and other short novels under what pseudonym? Used about half your time. Bachman is correct. Which toy invented in 1958 is named after a Hawaiian dance? Still have 2 pit stops. Hula hoop is correct. 221B Baker Street is the home of which fictional detective? You got a pit on that one. Was your first pit. 221B Baker Street is the home of which fictional detective? And you're back in play. Holmes is correct. What term is used to describe someone clumsy with their hands, often dropping things? Butterfinger is correct. What is the world's longest river? Amazon is correct. What colour has the longest wavelength on the visible human spectrum? Red is correct. Hamburgers get their name from what European city? You've got just over a minute remaining. Still have 1 pit. Hamburg is correct. What cartoon character often avoids getting eaten by Tom? Jerry is correct. Jefferson Davis, Judah P. Benjamin, and Robert E. Lee were all major leaders and commanders from what American Civil War is correct. Hayao Miyazaki is the co-founder of which animation studio? 40 seconds remaining. Ghibli is correct. Action Comics #1, which sold at auction for $3.2 million, features which superhero's debut on the front cover? Got 30 seconds left. You still have 1 pit. There's your last pit. Action Comics #1, which sold at auction for $3.2 million, features which superhero's debut on the front cover? You've got about 30 seconds left when we're back in play. You're back in play now. Superman is correct. Which real-life Russian did Boney M sing about in 1978? Rasputin is correct. Inky, Pinky, Blinky and Clyde appeared in which video game? Pac-Man is correct. Who is the author of the 1897 novel Dracula? Stoker is correct. You win the game with $1 million. And that's a great typo. The Grand One Piece. The Grand One Piece. You win. Oh, cool. And then here are the answers to the past questions. Where are they? Where are they? Which Dido's song was sampled in Eminem's Stan? It was Thank You. And what nickname is given to Russell Crowe's character Maximus in the 2000 Ridley Scott epic Gladiator? It was Spaniard. Look, congratulations. You are the first to win $1 million on stream. We knew you could do it. But yes, that Grand One Piece. That Grand One Piece. We're going to have to leave that as an actual... as an actual feature, not a bug. That'll be like one of the first emojis or some first emotes for the channel will just be a Grand One Piece. Oh, there's some contesting about that question about the Amazon and the Nile. Okay. Interesting. Okay. But you got the question right, so that's fine. Red and green were the originals in Japan, blue was the third. And then yellow was after that, I guess. Well, let's see how well everyone else did in that game. Elias, number one there by a long margin, 266. Then Royal Flush, 220. BMN 214. Clive there, straight up 200. Tipster 186. Catnip 159. Connor 109. Ace 108. Grunkle 94. JP 93. BM Kamel 65. Kirby 257. Gentleman 14. And Daz 0. And there you see Clive on the top of the leaderboard with $1 million with 8.34 seconds remaining. Oh, that was a good run at the end. And you're still on the best strikeouts leaderboard, so we'll never forget about that run as well. And then let's see how everyone's doing now on the XP tree. Clive of Legend 3,300. Catnip, second place 2008. Tipster 2,200, BMN 1,900 odd. Ian Kamel in 6th place there, 1,496. Royal Flush 7th, 1,464, very close. We've got Connor in 10th place, 1,095. JP in 11th, 1,032, they're fairly close as well. Elias is rocketing up the leaderboard there, he's now in 19th place with 528. Kebichun 25th, Eden 26th, Ace 28th, Daz 32nd, and that's all I can remember. Cool. Let's move on to the next round. Let's see how everyone else is going. So yeah, the Nile Amazon question was a bit of a, I guess that was a disputed one, but it let the flow go. It was all right. So yes, officially now for the million, 8.34 seconds is the time to beat. Catnip definitely wants that hot seat now. Of course you always want it, I know. I'd like to see BMN take the hot seat because he was nearly in the hot seat last week in the last 2 runs, but didn't actually get picked. And he's put his name forward, so he wants to get picked. Clearly he does. Clearly he wants to be picked. You don't want it, but I can't not enter. Oh, there's those double negatives. Alrighty, Royal. Yeah, Elias is a man of his word. I trust his integrity. I'm certain he wouldn't be cheating like that. It would just be rather unfair, and that's not in his spirit. Oh, L Gamer had followed me earlier. Thank you very much for following me, L Gamer, even though your run kind of backfired. He's cheating by being smart. Oh, how dare people be smart, eh? How dare smart people go on quiz shows and win lots of money, eh? That's not fair. Oh yeah, how dare people do perfectly on a test like that as well. Prism, it's without an exclamation mark. There you go. Welcome, Prism, welcome. Or Purismu, I guess, if I'm trying to pronounce it in the Japanese way. I have absolutely no idea how a Japanese name is going to get through this system. We will see, because I actually haven't tested that. I've only tested simple names. I haven't tested ones where they've got alternate transliterations like that. So, yep, more QA time. Here we go. You know it. It's not fair on the broke production companies. All these smart people walking away with their money. Yeah, and then the BBC's gone ahead and done what they're doing a pilot for The Wall, aren't they? I'm trying to remember the US version of that. Isn't that like stupid numbers, like totals of money required for that game? Like several millions of dollars in prize money on that game, if I remember rightly. I don't know how the hell that's going to translate into BBC, is it? Because then BBC don't have the budget for game shows like that. Oh, that's a good name, Prism, isn't it? Mojibake. Oh, the font doesn't have any support for the characters. And it's also storing as characters as well. Oh shit, I have no idea what the database is going to do with that. Because I don't know if the database will handle those kind of characters. Shoot! Shoot! The Wall, Elias, The Wall. Just the giant plinko kind of thing. Or I guess technically it's more pachinko because they're using balls rather than discs. So yeah, hopefully the database doesn't die from this. I mean, I don't think it will die. I think it might be a case of Prism just doesn't get any data stored at the end. He'll probably get data during this game, but it might not carry over to the database. In which case, Prism, I will take a note of what your final totals are of the evening. Hopefully, if someone can remind me to do that, and I'll make certain you get added to the appropriate entries in the database, and we'll use your use the Twitch safe nickname rather than the fancy nickname. So, thank you for the test, Prism, though. It's greatly appreciated. Life for programmers, always something else to fix. Well, I don't need to bug test it since Prism's already done it for me. Biggest take home on The Wall was 1.4 million. Bloody hell. Well, I'm not going to be doing any programming after this finishes. But anyway, right, let's start the game. Hey, Ben, you've been picked. Bon chance. BBC budget for The Wall. Top prize, £1. Sounds about right. Right, here we go, BMN. Which US president is the only one to have been elected to 2 non-consecutive terms? I'm going to pass that one. Shoe size units in the UK and US are measured using what imperial measure of length? This is one of my questions. And there's the barleycorn. What planet known for its rings is the 6th from the sun? Saturn is correct. The term bug for a computer error was purportedly coined in response to what kind of creature causing a malfunction in a Harvard computer in 1946? How apt we're talking about bugs. Moth is correct. The movie Happy Feet is about what kind of animal? Penguins is correct. The island state of Taiwan has what city as its capital? Connor can still answer in public chat if he wants to, though, Prism. Taipei is correct. Ellen DeGeneres is married to which Australian actress? Incorrect. What accessory for the NES allowed it to play compact cartridges in addition to the standard NES cartridges? Bailout is now active. You've got 2 minutes remaining. You still have one pass. You still have both your pit stops. He's looking for it. Aladdin Deck Enhancer, correct. What development company created the Kirby and the Smash Brothers series, both published by Nintendo? HAL is correct. What is the name of the largest moon of Jupiter, named for the cupbearer of the Greek gods? Your stream froze, just refresh it, Kirby Chew. Oh yeah, you can't hear me. You've got a minute remaining, B-Man. There's your first pit. What is the name of the largest moon of Jupiter, named for the cupbearer of the Greek gods? You got 6 questions correct. Bailout is still active. And you're back in play. Nemo's incorrect. The answer was Ganymede. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Let's see that other past question. Which US president is the only one to have been elected to 2 non-consecutive terms? It was Cleveland. Unlucky, BMN. Well, you had a go. You had a go. And now you know you're not going to be picked again until no one else gets picked. Let's see how everyone else did. Clive, 142. Elias, 97. Tied with Catnip, 97. Grunkle, 74. Tipster, 66. BMN, 60. Ace, 59. Royal Flush, 44. BMN Kamel, 37. JP, 36. Connor, 29. Daz, 22. And Kibichu, 0. We look on the best strikeouts. BMN, you are in 3rd place on that leaderboard with $20,000. So you're currently the worst of the strikeouts currently, I hate to say. If we look on the XP leaderboard, see Clive still in the lead with 3,464. Then it's Catnip, 2,955. It's about 500 points off. Tipster, 3rd place, 2,305. BMN's in 4th place with 2,043. BN Carmel now 5th place, 1,533. Royal Flush 6th, 1,508. DMM 7th, 1,506. Connor 10th, 1,124. JP 11th, 1,068. Elias 16th place now, 625. And Grunkle 24th with 450 points. Kirby 25th, 360. Edan 26th, 354. Ace 27th with 351. Daz 31st, 264. And that's all of them. And let's start off a new lobby and hit that. Cool. Yeah, worst strikeout being men, hate to say it, but it is the worst currently. Danny Dyer hosting the UK version of The Wall. Yeah, I'm not certain. It's gonna be. It's a different choice. Certainly not one I would have picked, but I guess for that kind of game show it might work. So we'll see. Isn't it just a pilot episode anyway, so who knows if we'll even actually get to see it. Unless, of course, the series actually gets commissioned, then it'll be maybe part of the actual run of episodes. But oh, hello there, Mrs. Flush. Good to see you playing along while Ben is off doing bedtime duties. We've got some rivalries between JP and Connor, I see. Yes, that's how the game plays out, Prism. If it wasn't immediately obvious from the help text. And yeah, no need to apologise to people. That's just how the game plays. You can either play from public chat or you can whisper. I know that people play from public chat if they're playing on mobile because it's just much easier doing it that way. And possibly also if you're playing from the desktop app version of Twitch. Like, who does that anyway? Now he's fighting his way back up to the top 30. Kerbishu would have gotten points, but then the stream froze. Apologies for that. Just have to convince DVD devs to push release on Wednesday nights just to distract Catnip. One of these days I'll be selected for hot seat and finally hold my place on the leaderboards. 4 words to strike out. Oh, come on, Grunkle. No, don't be doing that. Yeah, Clarkson surprisingly did well on Revamp Millionaire. That's weird to think that worked. It's just a completely different way of doing the quiz hosting, I guess. You know, with Chris Tarrant's version, that was, you know, fairly serious, but, you know, kind of welcoming, whereas Clarkson's just, he has that sort of bumbling idiot kind of feel to him, but it somehow works for that, especially with that extra lifeline with the Ask the Host as well. Surprisingly, the lack of knowledge that he has kind of works for the show. It's terrible to say that for those contestants playing, but it works well for the show. The only time you're allowed near the beloved machine. Is it really? He doesn't let you near it any other time. That's not fair. You should get yourself an extra account set up on Twitch and just play on a laptop or something. Oh, Ben's back now. Oh, right, they've possibly done a few pilots. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, the set your own milestone was a decent idea to add on to it as well. So there's no cap at the 32, because they went back to the traditional money tree as well, the 32,000 one. So yeah, having that marker removed and placeable does add an extra dimension, although I guess it kind of means that a lot of people will probably end up placing it on maybe the 16,000 question and just playing it safe if they're running out of lifelines by that point, in which case the production company are saving money in that regard, because then a lot of people will just be, you know, sticking at 16 or crash landing back at 16 if they get a question wrong. So but those people that want to actually, you know, go for the money, they can actually push forward for, you know, mark it at 64 or 125 and get a better guarantee. Yes, at least they got rid of the damn clock. That was a bit of a weird thing to add on to Millionaire, because that was the whole thing about Millionaire before. It was just that you could just take your time, and just think about the question. That's why I'm not so certain, you know, I don't like the hot seat version that they're having in Australia or Or, yeah, it's just weird. Wait, really? It was Tarrant's idea to add the clock? Really? That seems a bit strange. I just like the whole classic. Just questions, answer, no clock. Simple money tree, nothing complicated about it. Was the changeable milestone not a UK invention? Onto that game mechanic or not then? Alright. Fair enough. Okay. Oh, that's potentially it was a lifeline for the original series, but alright. Okay. All this insider knowledge. Right, let's start this round off. Ben, I hope you're ready. You're in the hot seat. Good luck. Here we go. Which movie originally used the phrase, "Draw me like one of your French girls"? Titanic is correct. Pagonophobia is a fear of what? Beards is correct. What term describes an act of coming together or a political legislative body? Yeah, this has come back round again. Have we really run out of questions already? I'm gonna pit. What term describes an act of coming together or a political legislative body? I know we've definitely had this question before, but I didn't know if we had it before the cull or whatever. You're back in play, Royal. Now's the time to say it again, Royal. There you go. What was the location of the first Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games title? This is a recent question, though. I'm going to pass that one. Kriek is a Belgian beer with the flavour of which fruit? Or Kriek, I guess, maybe. It was cherries. What was Halo's first development code name? I'm sure this was a repeat possibly as well. Passing that one. What do you call a baby alligator? Hatchling is correct. What is the name of the fourth installment of Nintendo's Mario and Luigi series? Used about half of your time, you have no more passes, you still have one pit stop, you can still get a question wrong and continue. That was incorrect. The correct answer there was Dream Team. Stefani Joanne Angelina Germanotta is the real name of which famous female singer? Bailout is active. Lady Gaga is correct. What DreamWorks film includes animals named Marty, King Julian, and Skipper? Madagascar is correct. The movie The Green Mile was based on a book by which author? You've got about 1 minute remaining. You still have one pit. Bailout is still active. King is correct. Paleontology is the study of what? Fossils is correct. Which band had the hit single Barbie Girl? 40 seconds remaining. You're the pit, so that's your last pit. Which band had the hit single Barbie Girl? You've got 8 questions correct so far. Let's see how many more you can get before bailing. And you're back in play. Aqua is correct. Myanmar is the current official name of which former Asian country? 25 seconds remaining. If you want to leave the money, you will need to bail. $15 seconds remaining. Get a bail. Oh, and that's another bug with a freaking clock sound. It doesn't stop when you bail. Oh, the sounds that so it stops on some situations and doesn't stop in others. Cool, nice. But yeah, some of those questions are a bit hard. Let's see some of those questions that got passed. What was the location of the first Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games? It was Beijing. And what was Halo's first development code name? It was Monkey Nuts. Cool. But yes, there were some repeats in there. There were some repeats in that mix, and I'm not certain if that means that the entire lot's been recycled or not yet. We will have to see. Oh well. Let's see how well everyone did. Elias, top there, 157. Grunkle, 149. Catnip, 141. Tied with Clive, 141. Ace, 134. Tipster, 118. BMN, 96. Tied with Connor, 96. Royal Flush, 90. Score count, 88. JP, 74. BN Kamel, 67. Hey, it got through. Prism, 52. Daz, 22. Curvature, 15. And Nightbot, trying to participate, but getting nothing. If we see there, Royal Flush, best wins in 12th place there, $50,000, 3.02 seconds left on the clock. That doesn't sound right. That was possibly the other game, wasn't it? Yeah, that was last time, so he didn't do as good as last time. And XP, we see Clive, 3,605, Catnip, 3,096. Tipster 2423, BMN 2139, BN Kamel 1600, Royal Flush 1598. Only 2 XP off there. DMM 1506, Connor 1220, JP 1142, Elias 782, Grunkle 599, Ace Arcade 485, Daz 286 is now in the top 30s in 29th place now. And score count 37, 37th place with 88 points, and Prism's lower than 40th place. Somewhere Prism is got points. Because it did count something. Okay, let's see what chat says after I start a new game off. Mrs. Flush helped a lot there. Well, wait, hang on. You're playing as a duo? Hang on. We haven't set that in the rules yet, whether you can play as a team at home or not. I guess we'll let it slide for now. Yep, database tracked the square's name. Indeed, it did. Congress was on the first show, wasn't it? Yeah, so it might not have been included on the exclude list, potentially. Yeah, may have just slipped through the net, Elias, because you manually picked those IDs out, which was more than I was asking for anyway, for the exclusion list. So now that it's tracking it itself, it's hopefully now that kind of stuff is okay. What I want to know is, how is Nightbot partaking? So the reason Nightbot keeps coming on every once in a while is because it's got a timer message every 30 minutes, I think, to remind people of my social stuff. And if that coincides with a game going on, then it still counts as Nightbot trying to answer for a question in some regard, and it just going, nah. So, yeah, it still counts you even if you're just generally chatting. So you'll get 0 XP for chatting. So, you know, at least you don't get penalised for chatting. That's, you know, that's something. So, yeah, I need to fix the countdown timer in 2 regards there. Let's see how it's doing. Elias, did you mean to typo that room code or not? So you're currently not listed in the playlist, and you typed most of it correctly except the last character for the room code. I'm just you know, making it obvious or whatever. If you okay, fair enough. That's fine. It's the first one I noticed, so. Oh, you're going to team with me to write some Motor Connect stuff. Alright. No worries. Double XP when I'm intoxicated. Sorry, I can't track that kind of information or whether you're intoxicated or not. Fair enough. Elias has been... I'll read that later. Cool. Right, is everyone in for this game? I'll start it off. It's not Twitch plays. The people in Twitch chat don't get to choose when it runs. I hit the start button. Not Twitch chat, me. Grunkle, you're up. Let's see how well you do. Hey, I'm sure you're not going to be at the bottom of the best strikeouts leaderboard. Good luck. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Just as I say that. Sukiyaki is a popular hot pot dish from what country? You're gonna pass that one. Which 2006 film stars Meryl Streep as a fashion magazine editor named Miranda Priestley? You're gonna pass that one as well. No more passes. What band is known for Carry On, My Wayward Son and Foreplay, Long Time? Carry on, my wayward son. Sorry, just had to. This isn't the jukebox Royal Flush. Kansas is correct. Which tiny city-state on France's Mediterranean coast is known for its Grand Prix? You used about a minute of your time. No more passes left. You still have 2 pit stops. You still got all your strikes intact. You get a pit. Which tiny city-state on France's Mediterranean coast is known for its Grand Prix? And you're back in play. If you don't know, you might as well guess you still have the strikes for it. It was Monaco. Agnetha Fultskog, Bjorn Ulvaeus, Benny Anderson, and Annie Frid. Yes, thank you. What is the capital city of Canada? 2 minutes remaining. Ottawa is correct. Officially, what is added to a martini to make it a dirty martini? Someone's entered in a bad number. Connor, you entered in a bad number. Incorrect. The answer was olive juice. What colour is the circle on the Japanese flag? Red is correct. Which animal's name translates as no drink or no water? You still have one pit stop left. You do not have any passes, and you have struck out. Methinks you might be on the bottom of that leaderboard now. Oh dear. Oh well, let's see those past questions. Sukiyaki is a popular hot pot dish from what country? It is Japan, and it is awesome. Sukiyaki is awesome. Which 2006 film stars Meryl Streep as a fashion magazine editor named Miranda Priestley? That was The Devil Wears Prada. Right, let's see how everyone else did. Catnip on top there, 112. Then tied together are Elias and BMN. Then just below them, 1 point below them, is Tipster. Then Storm Vision 82. Welcome, Storm Vision. Royal Flush tied with Storm Vision there, 82. Clive the Legend tied with BN Kamel, 74. Prism, 67. Score count 52. Connor, 44. Grunkle, 40. JP, 29. Daz, 22. And Kerbichu, 15. And we have a look at the best strikeouts. Yes, Grunkle, unfortunately, you are now the bottom entrant on the strikeouts leaderboard. BMN, you can now breathe a sigh of relief. And we see the main XP table. Clive on top there, 3,679. Catnip catching up now within what, 470 now rather than 600, so catching up there, 3,208 now. Tipster third place, 2,519. BMN 4th place, 2236. Royal Flush 5th place, 1680. Just jumped ahead of BM Carmel, 1674. DMM 1506. Connor 1264. JP 1171. Tied with Jerry at 1174. They're tied 10th place. Elias in 14th place now, just behind Rex. Grunkle 17th place, 639. Ace Arcade in 23rd place, 485. Legend of Kerbichu 390. Daz 28th place, 308. And I can see score count is coming in the 36th place, 140. And Prism's in there, 37th place, 119. Cool. Should have enough time for 2 more games for this evening. So let's start the next one off, or at least the lobby for it, and I'll catch up with chat. Oh, that's an interesting little bug you got there, Connor. You're saying ranker with an E on the end actually looks for the E. I didn't think that. Interesting. Turn expert mode off. Well, the expert questions should be off, so these are the standard set of questions apparently. You made a promise. You did indeed, Grunkle. Didn't think you would, but you did indeed. Was that the last game of the night? No, I should be able to do 2 more if we can be quick about them. As I said, I'd like to do about 2-hour episodes, so we'll go with 2 more runs, and then that should be good for the evening. Now you see, I was going to be done last game, but the questions were so easy I got cocky and went for 1 more. And then got in the hot seat. You might be making a fool of yourself, Score, I'm certain of it. Ranky, why is in position 50? Ranker! Oh, he's a right old ranker, he is. Alright, everybody. Thank you for that. Thank you. You do realise you're actually adding extra database entries every time you do that as well. It's creating a blank entry at that position. Even I am at position 50. Because I purposefully remove my experience every time. Oi, Beerman, stop trying to freaking XSS this shit. Oh god, all these bloody people. All these bloody people. Mr. Blobby is in position 50. It's not freaking Noel's house party. Oh god. For fuck's sake. Well, I had it coming, I guess. I had it coming. Yeah, BMN, that's definitely not going to happen. I use prepared statements, so I definitely shouldn't be getting any SQL injection issues. Again, not issued as a challenge, but... Number 51 is in position 50. Fuck's sake. Oh yeah, it's got our Bobby tables, indeed. Yeah, it's kind of it's a subtle bug, that one. It's a subtle bug, but luckily it should be fairly. Wow, that actually worked! Bloody hell. Okay, cool. So internally, it is persisting the Unicode characters, which is good news. I have no idea if the database is going to persist it though, so we'll see about that. So in 2 games time, Prism, do that again. We'll log how much XP you've got, and then I'll close the app down and I'll check the database to see if it actually did store you and whether it stored you by some weird Unicode name or not. Anyway, we'll start this game off. Good luck. Brad on Jake 1, or Braden and Jake. Braden and Jake 1, I'm guessing that's going to be. Braden and Jake 1. Have a good one. If you're ready, here we go. Which monarch was the grandfather of Queen Victoria? You're going to pass that one. Which country's fans picked up the trash in the stadium during World Cup 2018? It was Japan. Which TV series featured a fictional beast known as the Demogorgon? Demogorgon. Words. Demogorgon. There you go. I'm terrible for these kind of words. Oh, apparently Royal Flush that parsed as a bad number. You're going to pass that one as well. What flightless bird is featured on New Zealand's $1 coin? You have no more passes left. You still have 2 pit stops if you're trying to look for the answer. No, the answer there was Kiwi. The singer of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, is also known for voicing what breakfast mascot? Breakfast mascot. Why am I finding it so hard to say words now? You're the Pit. The singer of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, is also known for voicing what breakfast mascot? I mean, yeah, that is true. I have been saying quite a few words, but still. Yeah, I know I've not been drinking beer either. And you're back in play. 2 minutes left. I would say, if you know the answer, bail, but... There you go, Tony Tiger is correct. What programming language shares its name with a precious gemstone? We've got a minute and a half remaining. Still have one pit stop. Bailing out is active. Ruby is correct. Which 2006 musical film had Beyonce and Jennifer Hudson as the main stars? Musical film. Yeah, use your last pit. Which 2006 musical film had Beyonce and Jennifer Hudson as the main stars? When we come back in play, I'll have just over a minute remaining. And you're back in play. I'm afraid the answer is Dreamgirls. So Grunkle, you're no longer on the bottom of that leaderboard. Oh, unlucky. Let's see how everyone else did on that round. Were there past questions? There were. Which monarch was the grandfather of Queen Victoria? It was George III. And which TV series featured a fictional beast known as That Thing? It was Stranger Things. Yeah, apparently it's a race to the bottom of the strikeout board. XP in this game we have Elias and Tipster number 1 with 105 each. BMN third place 97. Clive 90, tied with Royal Flush 90. Catnip 75, tied with JP 75. Score count 60, BN Carmel 52. Storm Vision 45, tied with Prism 45. Connor 30, Daz tied with Daz on 30 as well. Braden Jake 20 and Legend of Kobichu 15 and Ryan numbers 7. Welcome Ryan. And we look at the best strikeouts. Yes, Braden and Jake is now the bottom of that leaderboard with just 2 questions answered correctly. And we look at the main XP table. We see Clive 3769, Catnip 3283, Tipster 2624, BMN 2333, Royal Flush still ahead of BN Carmel. DMM still 7th place 10506, Connor 1294, JP 1246, kind of close. Elias now up to 13th place ahead of Rex. Grunkle in 17th place. Ace Arcade in 23rd place, 485. Legend of Kobichu 26th place, 405. Eden 27th, 354. Daz 28th. Score count 34th. Prism 37th. And that's all I can see. Alright, let's get the final lobby for this evening open. Oh wow, that's one character away from a highlight. Those people that remember when I was doing my Twitch streams, they'll know the history of Kaklab. Yes, that thing, Elias. It's become one of those things now that people are starting to write stupidly obnoxious questions, like the friggin' ABBA question. Who wrote that ABBA question? Because seriously, that's a lot of words to try and throw out there. I'm glad someone broke it up and I was able to just get out of there as soon as possible. But still, Dem a Gorgon, thank you. I say I'm going to need pronunciation guides for some of these questions soon, you know. The classic Twitch Plays experience. I need to put it back on this mode. Hello. Is this where we need to add a question about the fear of Friday the 13th? Don't actually know what the phobia name for that is. Isn't the phobia name of the 13 like triskaidekaphobia or something like that? For number 13 specifically, not Friday the 13th. Something like that anyway. Or you just keep appending prefixes to phobia, and that's pretty much it. Yes. Well, that multiple choice question I added was I just found a chase highlight of that particular question. So yeah, I'm doing that to myself. If that question ever gets pulled up, I'm doing that to myself. That's completely on me. Triskaidekaphobia, something like that, yeah. Paraskevidekatriophobia. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, pagonophobia with the beards phobia. I knew that from Bill Bailey, making mention of the term pagonophobia. The fear of Friday the 13th called paraskevidekatriophobia. Oh, cool. Hey Rex, welcome. Welcome, you're just in time for the last game of the evening. Margaret Thatcher, very famous pagonophobe. You went to uni with a Greek girl called Paraskevi. Really? Oh yeah, well, I knew it. I didn't say I knew it from him being on a QI episode. I knew it from him on either... Oh, which one would it have been? Cosmic Jam, or would it have been... oh, what was the second one that he did? The second DVD release? The one after Cosmic Jam? I can't remember. It's one of those two where he actually used the term pagonophobia. Not Part Troll. Did he say it on Part Troll, though? He might have said it on Part Troll. That's probably why. Yeah. But Part Troll isn't the second one. You whisper to Quizbot 3000, Rex. Quizbot 3000. He'll make himself apparent when the game starts. Oh yeah, pagonophobia is just a fear of beards. It's not necessarily of any particular person with beards, or if it happens to be a person with this, just literally beards. Yeah, well, Rex is already in the list for the hot seat poll, so... Yeah, there's Quizbot 3000. Just click his name and you should get a whisper. Dimples? 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 Yes, it's Dimples, yes. Yeah, like I have dimples. Spy party people answer 3 times. Dimples, 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 dimples. The more you know, TM. Okay, it's just gone past 10 o'clock now, but we will definitely play this game out. Right, let's see who gets picked. So we've had Royal Flush in the hot seat already. We've had Braden and Jake. We've had Clive. We've had Connor. So for everyone else, you're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What was it, 1 in 7? Something like that? 1 in 7? Maybe? Let's see. Who's going to be picked? It's Catnip. Catnip, you're in the hot seat. Good luck. Let's see if you can make the million like Clive did earlier. Yeah, we don't want another strikeout, please. Please, please. The Great Whiskey Fire of Dublin in 1875 resulted in 13 fatalities. What was the common cause of death? It wasn't smoke inhalation at all, it was alcohol poisoning. What is the most widely spoken native tongue language on Earth? Difficult questions already off the bat. Mandarin is correct. What is the common name for the liquid secreted by your lacrimal glands? Tears is correct. Which ancient civilization constructed the city of Chichen Itza? It was Mayan. What was the very first music video ever played on MTV? Bailout is already active. Video Kill the Radio Star is correct. The play I Am a Camera was later adapted as... Wait, you're going to pass that one. What term is used to describe a word in which no character is used more than once? A word in which no character is used more than once. Again, a difficult question. Isogram is correct. What's the official language of Brazil? Two and a half minutes remaining. Portuguese is correct. Which city served as the capital of the United States from 1785 until 1790? Still have 2 pit stops remaining. Bailout is active. You're going to pass that one. That's your last pass. Which tech company released the Zune brand of media players? You get a pit. That's your first pit. Which tech company released the Zune brand of media players? The Zune brand of media players. And we're back in play. You're going to bail. You didn't know that one. We bail out with 122.68 seconds and $15,000. That was Microsoft. Microsoft were behind the Zune. That was around the time of the where the iPod was still a thing as well. And for those 2 past questions, the play I Am a Camera was later adapted as which Canto and Ebb musical? It was Cabaret. Which city served as the capital of the US from 1785 to 1790? It was New York. Yeah, it was one of those situations of whether you had the iPod or whether you had the Zune, and not many people had the Zune at the time. Or you were poor and you had any old other knockoff media player. Let's see the XP earned in this game. It was Tipster #1 that time with 87, Elias 74, score count 60, Clive 59, Prism 52, Catnip tied with Royal Flush 50, Connor 45, BMN 37, JP 30, Bianca Mel 22, Rex 15, Kerbichu, Daz and Gentleman with 7, and Ryan and Braden and Jake saying stuff but not getting any points for it. And the best wins leaderboard. Catnip, is that... Oh, that would be your best performance, yes, in 15th place there. With 5 of 20 questions answered correctly. 122 seconds left on the clock. There's a lot of time left on the clock. But unfortunately, that was all she could do. And at the end of week 3, we see Clive is still on top with 3,828. Then Catnip with 3,333, all the threes. And then Tipster 2711, BMN in 4th place 2370, Royal Flush 5th place 1820, BN Carmel 1748, Connor in 8th place 1339, JP in 10th place 1276, Elias in 12th 1058. Well, Elias managed to jump all the way up to 12th place in this one episode. Rex Kicks 14th 958, Grunkle 17th 639, Ace Arcade 23rd 485, Kobe 26th, 412. Eden 27th, 354. Daz 28th, 345. Score count 32nd there, 260. Prism 35th place, 216. Make a note of that number because I will be checking the database in a moment. 216. Okay. And that's all I can see. So, I'll always sort this out. So that should have saved the database. Now I just want to check what that looks like. So if we go on that one, I think. Yep. Let's look on the Quiz Common Experience database. Let's see how it looks. Do we actually have an entry for Prism? See all these these crap entries down here. All of you, like I said, it adds database entries, and we've just got all these database entries at the bottom down here. But you are there, Prism. It has actually logged you with your actual Unicode name. That's crazy. That has worked. So the only problem there is that the font didn't have the characters. So I just need to add more characters to the font. So hopefully, because that's only TextMesh Pro, I should just be able to add another font to the stack, and that should fix those problems. So, cool. Did your picture not display in game? Oh, okay. I'll check over that. That probably might be related to the fact that I was using your display name rather than your actual nickname of Prism019. So that might be that. So I'll look into that. But at least it has actually stored your entry in the database, and it stored it with the actual name. That was the bit I was more concerned about. And yeah, and all these extra daft entries down here: EYERD, INGED, everyone, @bash, URAC, people trying to cross script, trying to do an XSS exploit on me, people trying to do an SQL exploit on me, and good old Bobby Tables. Cool. Well, with that, then, that is the end of quiz night for this evening. Next week, as I said earlier, it's going to be Only Connect, and I'm hoping to make it a mini tournament. So I'm looking for 4 teams of 3, hopefully, so 12 participants in total. If you want to take part, come and join the Discord, which should appear from that there. Cool. Form up some teams. I'm going to let you pick your teams. But if you don't have a team and you still want to join in on the night, if there's spots available in the teams, then we can allocate you a slot. That's no problem. And yeah, I hope everyone would like to come along and play along, and if not, even just to come along and watch the stream as it goes on. So that's for next week. Wonderwall will be back again in a fortnight's time, and then hopefully the week after that one will be the first run of 1 versus 100. Hopefully. If I get enough time in between now and then to work on it, we should be able to get some 1 versus 100 stuff working on there. And then after that, I think the next interactive game in the style of Only Connect, which I'm doing, the sort of more not Twitch interactive style, the next one will be the Chase. Because that's the next biggest voted one, I think, from the list of the quizzes on the list on the Discord. So, yeah. So that should be the next kind of the order of things for the schedule going forward. So we're looking at next week is Only Connect. Week after is Wonderwall. Week after that is 1 versus 100. Week after that might be the Chase. Haven't decided yet. Depends on whether there's lots of bugs to fix from 1 versus 100 or not. So that's the theory. That's the current working schedule. So I'll leave it with that. And yes, all those people that have submitted questions, thank you very much. But we will need more questions, especially for the chase, because there's a lot of questions in the chasing rounds. So we'll definitely. How many unused questions remain? I was going to add a thing on stream to be able to display that number. I'll work that out offline and get you a number. But hopefully hopefully we still have enough for another week or two of Wonderwall, but beyond that, we're going to have multiple choice questions ready for 1 versus 100. So at least that game shows a slower pace than Wonderwall, so we can get away with less questions in theory. So yeah, that's the end of the stream. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for playing, and I hope to see you next week with Only Connect. Bye.